Bitcoin touches a new all-time high. The alts are starting to roar deeper into the green. Brad got snubbed at DC. We're going to talk XRP price action. And the Democrats want to dig into El Salvador? Yo, stay within your own borders, my guys and gals.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Well, this is looking pretty juicy for XRP on the one day. We're up 4.74%. We've broken 230 and we're holding it. Yeah, Brad did get snubbed in the Senate. We'll talk about it. BTC did touch all-time highs, but before we get in all the news, you know the deal. Your comments come first. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. These two comments right here encapsulate everything that's going on. Miguel Casillas hangs out with us and says, called it, Brad wasn't even acknowledged the way Saylor was when he pitches good Bitcoin. For real. Brad was up there. He did his 5-minute opening statement. And then what? He got asked a couple soft questions. For real. What was up with that? Work First 20 says Trump's son kind of messed it up for us. These meme coins are not professional and should not have been touched by political heads. Bad look. All right. Here's the deal. The Democrats' big pain point was everything Trump crypto. But the bigger pain point I have is how come the Democrats out there were saying, yo, we don't like everyone being all into crypto and politics. Well, then you know what? Get out of stocks while you're into politics. Bitcoin close to all-time highs, 110,952 ETH. Look at that, deep in the green. ADA, Doge, a bunch of them deep in the green. But we got this. Oh, Justin Sun, the banana man himself. Justin Sun claims he will buy 100 million in official Trump meme coins. Now, this is bad timing. Why is this bad timing? Because today in the hearing, this was one of the problems. They said, yo, if you buy meme coins, though, tied to certain political people, doesn't that give you insides? And here Justin Sun is talking about buying more meme. The official Trump meme coin has recently been trading near yearly lows. Still, the token hasn't lacked high-profile backers. On Wednesday, July 9th, that's today, breaking news, you hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Tron founder Justin Sun claimed he would purchase another 100 million worth of U.S. President Donald Trump's meme coin through his various ventures. This is what he said. We're committed to buying 100 million of Trump. Together, Trump and Tron are the future of crypto. Whoa. This is what the Dems were talking about. So you buy some meme coins, this gives you some inside shoulder rubbing advantages. Look, this is just messed up. And the reason this is messed up is because of the timing of all this. Yeah, this was the biggest pain point of the hearing. Now look, whether you're Democratic or Republican, we want regs. And the reason we want regs is because we want a cleaner path going forward. We don't want to revert back to the Gary Gensler SEC ways of doing things where what, everyone? It was regulation by enforcement. We want regulation, working together, innovation, moving forward. Adelante is what the word is. Senate Democrats propose an investigation into El Salvador's Bitcoin use amid Bukele's dismissive response. Whoa, 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 what the fuck are you doing? Stay in your own lane. You are United States Democrats, Senate Democrats. What are you doing messing with El Salvador? In a significant political move, U.S. Senate Democrats have introduced legislation targeting El Salvador's cryptocurrency framework, specifically scrutinizing President Nayib Bukele's management of Bitcoin as legal tender. The El Salvador Accountability Act of 2025 seeks to investigate allegations of crypto-enabled regime corruption and proposes freezing El Salvadorian assets if wrongdoing is confirmed. Look, I'm sorry. The reality is 3 years ago, crypto was not a political weapon. You did not see a divide on this side of the aisle versus that side of the aisle. Now, it is one of the most decisive things out there when it comes to politics. You've got one side pro-crypto, one side anti-crypto. Bukele has consistently responded to criticism with a mix of humor and defiance, recently mocking the Senate bill on social media. Despite initial mandates requiring businesses to accept Bitcoin, El Salvador has since relaxed these rules following tensions with the IMF. Yeah, but what do Senate Democrats have to... Look, how this guy wants to run his country, how he wants to do his things, we have bigger fish to fry. We don't even have regs here in the United States, and yet Senate Democrats want to propose the El Salvador Accountability Act of 2025 to see if cryptocurrencies have been exploited to circumvent financial sanctions. Come on, everyone. This has just become a political weapon, and it's sad because you know what? Crypto didn't know boundaries up until this election. Bitcoin hits 112,000 new all-time high after breaking resistance. Look at this. I've got the chart up on the screen. Let's take a look at those candlesticks and see exactly what happened today. Yeah, buddy. 111,999.79. Look, we'll round up, okay? Are you cool with that? I am. When you're only like 21 cents away, yeah, we'll round that bad boy up. For real, this is massive amounts of optimism. Now, granted, it is starting to push over into the alts, which is freaking cool. You're starting to see some things. Even the meme moving up. H-bar you were able to get for 13 cents, and now look at you, 17 cents. Pretty strong move right there. Swinging it on over to the entire crypto market, you're seeing what? Sol up 4%, XRP up 4%, ETH up 6%. Altcoin season, 28 out of 100. So it's not just BTC moving. The alts are moving parallel with BTC because this move started with 28 out of 100 and we're still at the 28 out of 100. Right now we're seeing, yes, inflows, but they've been a little less over these last few days. That's okay. Volume right now up 30% to 130 billion. This is a big move because not only are we seeing BTC touch all-time highs, but we're seeing a bunch of other things there finally start moving. It's good to see the meme moving. It's good to see some of the utility ones moving. But here's the thing, though. ADA at 62 cents is still not hot. Doge at 18 cents is still not hot. We've had a lot of beaten up alts that are still way, way down. Now let's swing it on over to XRP price, where earlier I touched on the fact that, yeah, we're above 230. In fact, we're above 240, and this is good. Are we finally breaking out of the 230 pump and dump Celeroni phase? I've got the 15-minute candlesticks up on the screen, and you can see right here, we hit that 235. We pushed down to 225, and then we roared our way back on up. We hit some resistance earlier today at 240, pushed back down to 230 and change, coming back on up. Now, we did hit a little bit of a resistance snag right here at a high at 242.88. Pushed on down to the 238 and change mark right here, but that's okay because we're settling in nicely just north of the 240 mark. Volume for XRP, absolutely freaking explosive. 5 billion in volume in the last 24 hours, up 60%, everyone. This is a healthy one-day look. Look at this. 230 24 hours ago, and now 241. Go to the 1 month. This is the highest we've seen in the 1 month. In fact, when we go to those candlesticks and we look at that the 240 mark, this is the highest we have been all the way since the 23rd of May. That is a month and a half, everyone. So if we can hold on to this, keep rolling while BTC is touching all-time highs, awesome stuff. And remember, what is next week? Crypto week. It's like Shark Week, but us crypto bros and gals. So as long as XRP keeps rolling, it's doing its thing, printing out good candlesticks, I think we're all going to be happy with the news. I'm very happy with the current price action. And yeah, I'm glad we're pushing past 230 and now pushing past 240. But I'm not happy seeing crypto used as a weapon. Going into El Salvador with how they're using Bitcoin, come on, stay in your lane. How about the Senate Democrats focus more on getting a regulatory framework that makes sense? You really want to protect the American public? Then come up with regs that make sense for the American public. On top of it, look, there's bigger fish to fry out there than going after El Salvador and their Bitcoin use in regards to sanctions. Are you serious? It's become a political weapon. And look, the big pain point today in the hearing was what, everyone? Was Trump and his meme coin. Trump, World Liberty Financial. Trump and his stable coin. 3 years ago, we didn't have this. When FTX was giving money to this side of the aisle and that side of the aisle, they could care less. But now that the big donors have been wiped off the map, now that they've gotten our votes, because remember, both sides of the aisle were cool in this last election. We saw how the super PACs worked. Yeah, they got the votes. But it appears to be that as soon as they got our votes, as soon as they got elected, they were like, well, thank you for your money. We're now going to start bending you all over. Thanks for getting us in. Screw off. Yeah, that appears to be how it works in D.C. use everyone to get the votes and money, and once you get in, just give them the old... I mean, it's politics, right? Par for the course. Now, in terms of XRP and price movement, I'm going to be keeping my eye out on this move. History recently has told us what? We're going to pump and then we're going to what, everyone? Dumperoni. But yo, if BTC is touching all-time highs and keeping the market pumped up with it, if the volume is right here with XRP up 60% last 24... Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's keep this thing on running. Let's keep the momentum going through Crypto Week, because guess what? Next week, we're going to see how the House feels about regs. Rumor has it the Genius Act will be good. Clarity Act, probably not so much. I'll keep y'all informed, so make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out. Choo-choo what? Choo-choo biz nachos.